Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Lorraine from the Sacred Alchemist 1111. Now, first and foremost, please excuse the fact that my voice sounds a bit sleepy. It's after 4 in the morning here, and this was the only time that I could find where I can have the quiet time, apart from the nightlife outside, where I'm able to sort of like hone in on what it is that I want to say. I had a lot of distractions yesterday, into the night as well, with all these cars and stuff that was making so much noise. So I didn't want it to affect what it is that I want to say, because what I have to say is quite a lot. So just be warned that this might be a lengthy video. So you're always welcome to just watch halfway, turn it off, and then come back later. All right. Thank you guys so much for your comments. It's been absolutely an eye-opener as well as amazing. And it has helped me to kind of pinpoint where you guys are in terms of your journey, in a sense, and your attitude towards this twin flame journey. And this is why it prompted me to sort of do a reading like this, to talk about the journey, all right? And my kind of thoughts / concerns about what's really happening here. Now, I've got my decks out. I may pull some cards. I'm not actually quite sure as yet, because these are downloads, okay, that I've received the night before, and there's quite a few things here that I want to say. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get stuck in. All right, so oh, and also please excuse me for clearing my throat for 5 seconds. So first and foremost, there's a couple of viewers that watched a couple of the readings. I can't, for the life of me, I should have actually written what it was, based on the videos that they had commented on. One is by a lady called Nikita Plater. I think that's how you pronounce your surname, Nikita. Hello, good morning, good afternoon to you, darling. You wanted to basically find out about the karmic readings that discusses about black magic being done on the DM, and if I was seeing that energy too in the readings. So, because obviously you're saying that other readers are picking up on it a lot, and I have actually noticed that. But it felt a little bit too generalized where the readings were concerned, because of, maybe it was because of the length of time that the readings were, and then it was just about the reader just basically going on to getting more information, okay, from the spirit world. So I'm not here to sort of like say and sort of judge about the way how the readers do their readings, okay? That is what they are pulling in, and there's no right or wrong way, okay? It's their channel, it's what they are, you know, how they're doing their readings. But from my perspective, I just felt that it goes a little bit more, it's a little bit more divided up than that, because it seems to me that there's other reasons and other factors that are drawn in as to this sort of black magic energy, all right, where the karmic is very insecure with him or herself. So it's a thing of like them doing black magic onto the DM in order to keep them. Now, more than likely, it would be about the fact that they haven't done their shadow work. They're not in that kind of awakening as yet where they've had their epiphanies. They're still operating from an energy of lack. Also, if they have egotistical issues where they assume that whoever they are with has to be with them, and when they are finished with that person or the relationship, it's the karmic's decision to call it and just cancel it out, not the DM, okay? So there's that egotistical side. So it would be a thing of them putting out that intention to the universe and a sense of saying that, well, that person's mine. So in a sense, it's coming from a shadow place, a dark place. Now, as I've always said, we've got to be mindful with what we say and what we speak. When we speak it into the universe is going to pick up on that vibration. And it is going to give us either things that we want or things that we don't want. Now, if it depends, again, on the intention and the way how the energy is between the karmic and the DM. All right. She could be very alluring with, or he could be very alluring with his or her looks, the way how they act sexually, perform sexually, the things that they say. A lot of the times it's about this reverse psychology and, in a sense, compelling them to stay there. Now, it's not necessarily about pulling black magic, but it's coming from a dark, shadowy kind of intention. Other times, yes, it could be the fact that they could have either a family member or a friend has recommended them to somebody who can get to you, your man, okay, and make them stay. You know, was it keep them or something? Keep them and I don't know. But anyway, they will pay that person money to keep that person that they want. And usually it will be something where that DM, without even realizing, will be giving the karmic money. She or he says, oh yes, oh, I need it to pay a bill or whatever. He or she gives that money over, but then it's going straight to that person who done that sort of spell, that love spell. And then another occasion, it could be them actually summoning up demons in order to keep that person. Now, normally half the times, the karmic will go to somebody who knows how to do that already, right? So, again, yeah, it's all about that shadowy energy. But I found that it was a little bit too generalized. So that's why I wanted to kind of break it down. For me, personally speaking, if there's dark entities or dark energies attached to it, it is the negative. Sometimes it will be like the negative aspect from that person, the jealous side of them, where I talk about that kind of devil energy. Because obviously, if we're pulling up the devil card, it talks about that shadow side of their intentions. That it's about the envy, it's about the jealousy, it's about the lust. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're actually physically summoning a demon to say, oh, hi, so-and-so, this is my person. I want that person to be bound to me. Other times as well, bearing in mind that these karmics are past life people from the past that are coming back in so that they have unfinished business to do. And it will be the divine that will keep them two together because they have to turn around and complete that life cycle. The karmic debt needs to be paid. And if there's a DM that has heavy, heavy karma, it's literally because of one or two things. Either they just literally didn't complete their karmic cycles in time, they chose not to, it was more or less probably punishment. Maybe they were, told that, well, for the next 10 lifetimes, you have to go through such and such and such. Or the fact that it is about their soulful evolution in the spirit world for them to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. So it varies. And so yeah, that's kind of like what I wanted to kind of like talk about a little bit more with regards to these so-called black magic. All right. So I hope I kind of like cleared that up. If not, just please put the comments in below. So there's another viewer called Anna Pink. Hello, Anna. I hope that you are well. And it was regarding these so-called new beginnings from promised by psychics. And what she was basically saying was that she felt that, for a whole year, she was watching these readings, say, and it was always to do with these psychics that was talking about these new beginnings that was coming in. Now, what they were seeing on the cards, they're pulling in on the energy from what the spirit world is saying to them, okay, when they're getting their channeled messages. Yes, there are new beginnings that are being shown to them. At the end of the day, remember that these are guidelines. It is what is possible. However, the querent is the person that makes that decision on when to take action to create those new beginnings. If you do something different, a little different than what you did yesterday, you are creating, in a sense, your new beginning. You are the Ace of Pentacles. You are the new beginnings. You are the ones that make that happen for you. As much as I would say, well, yeah, I see beginnings, then there's new offers that's coming in. You, Anna, and whoever else, including myself, because I'm not going to leave myself out of this either. It's down to us to be able to instigate and manifest that energy into creating those new beginnings. It's not the reader that can make those new beginnings for you. It's you. You are responsible for your new beginnings. You are responsible for your actions, and you will have to stand accountable and be responsible for the consequences that follow those decisions and actions. So if you do something a little different, whatever it is that you want to pull in and want to manifest, and so, well, you know something, I want to be able to get a car, I want to be able to get a house, whatever, then you need to take those steps in order to bring that in. It's not a psychic, or it's not a tarot reader or whoever. It's not even a friend of yours that's going to bring that in for you unless you are ready within yourself to make that happen. Okay? Again, I hope I've sort of like been clear on that as well, Anna, for you. If not, please let me know. So I want to move on to leaving comments. When you're talking about negative past experiences that you may have actually gone through, guys, okay, and I know and I understand how painful it can be if you went through such humiliation, if you went through so much pain, in with regards to about your past growing up, but more to do with the comments surrounding the DM and so forth. I know it's going to hurt you, but all I will ask is if you try to make sure that you leave something towards the ending of your comment in a positive kind of attitude, in a positive way. Speak about the things in a positive way, what you intend to do for yourself from that day forward. Because again, as I said, this is going to, it's going to put you in this energy of lack. When you're typing up what you're saying, or when you're tapping in what you're saying, you are in theory setting an intention to the universe. Now, as I said before, we do have Jupiter, which is all about expansion, prosperity and luck. Okay, but it can go a different way as well. In Pisces. Now, Pisces is all to do with about intuition and the emotional side of us as well. So this is what I always say. You have to be very mindful about what it is that you're saying and putting out there and what you're feeling, because you are going to get more of what it is that you either want or more of what it is that you do not want. So yes, the person could have broke your heart. I've been in relationships where it was just really painful endings. And, I've had to turn around and turn my life around and the steps that I took. So if I was going to put something like that, I would say, right, well, I'm going to be doing me. I'm going to be focused. I'm putting it out there for myself, and I am going to be in a better position. I'm going to live a better version of my life, and so be it. Rather than saying, oh, like about, well, he or she can stay with them then. They've really hurt me. I've been betrayed, and, and that's it. And no more, no more, no more. So all of that talk is lack, lack, lack. All right. So it's basically deprogramming the language of lack and reprogramming the language of light. So, for example, shifting your reality at lightening speeds, not lackening speeds, because you are going to get more of what you want or more of what you don't want. And if it's what you don't want, babes, you're going to get stuck. All right. So we know that language is vibration, and you have to be conscious enough to feel out the level that you need to be on in order to make sure that you are pulling in what it is you want. And then that brings me on to the next bit about PPP, or powerful positive performance. It's a mental attitude that enhances your ability to hold your vibration at a particular level, so as to allow you to have the ability to transcend the doubts and the fears and the hates and the hurt feelings that the subconscious produces. So wherever it is that you want to try and do for yourself, you know you have those doubts and fears that are produced by the subconscious. Okay? But if you're able to make sure that you can hone in and maintain the vibration, then in a sense, it will make the subconscious part of you become more like a compatible machine for you to co-create with the universe. So vibrate plus attract equals reality. Now, there's either the reality that you want or the reality that you do not want. So, talking about the whole DM karmic readings, okay? As I mentioned before, it's about the connection that they have to have, that they have to play out, that they have to complete these life lessons. The karmic is not just about the karmic partner, but also being the teacher for what this divine masculine, before they reach into that divine status, needs to go through. And sometimes in certain cases, the DM could turn into a karmic masculine as well. It depends on how heavy, and how much debt that needs to be paid off. So it's like, this is what I was talking about with regards to, how can I say, just tapping into these kind of readings and then getting attached to them, right? You know fully well, divine feminine, that you are in union with your divine masculine in the 5D, okay? And knowing that already should be able to give you that power for you to transmute those negative thoughts and that resentment when you watch these kind of readings, because out of curiosity, you want to know how well your DM is getting on. You know, you're looking at them from a distance, but it can still affect you close up. Whenever you watch these kind of readings, and especially what they say in the readings, because it's what they say on the cards and what they're feeling, it can be triggering. All right? And it just feels that whenever you get triggered, then it would be for you to kind of go within yourself and to sort of see what other areas of your life where there is shadow work to be done, because there's things that you may have actually overlooked because of your attention being put in the wrong direction or focusing too much on your DM, when you need to be focusing on yourself. Shift your focus away from that dynamic of what they're going through and only watch the readings that are going to be beneficial to you in your spiritual growth. So for the past few months, I just felt that we were just getting stuck. And when I was doing the readings myself, I felt like, but where is this going? Where are we going with this? How come we are still in this energy of being stuck? And I personally, I don't like being stuck. And I don't like to see other people being stuck. And it was only when I started up my own channel that I realized, because reading the comments, I thought, now I've got to shift something, because we're not getting anywhere. I'm not seeing or reading any comments, hardly, with regards to the soul missions that you're meant to be doing. We're meant to be raising the vibrations of the planet, raising the vibrations of humanity. But I see that many of us are in this energy of being stuck and in the energy of lack, because we're too transfixed on what is going on with these readings, and it's literally like everywhere. But I was hardly seeing really about they were talking about, oh, your career and stuff like that. But this is about a spiritual journey, the soul growth within you as a divine feminine, which actually Nikita, I think it was Nikita, also wanted to find out about the definition, asked me a question about, well, what is my definition of what a divine feminine is? And from my personal perspective, my personal view, this is about being able to balance out the negative and the positive energies and creating peace within the collective, and it being, sent out towards humanity, following the alignment that you've got with the Christ consciousness, and eventually, and then it goes to God. You have to be in union with yourself in order to then bring about these unions with your divine counterpart. And it was like, there's so much more to this. And for the past few months, deep down inside, I'm thinking there's so much more to this twin flame, journey than what I initially thought. There's a lot more that meets the third eye, but we're just not seeing it. So I started to get all these downloads. It was telling me about this, like the waters, and really picking up on being called to certain goddesses, and this kind of high priestess energy honed in for us, right, as divine feminines. And it was able to then allow us to transcend a lot more easier to achieve what it is that we're wanting to achieve. And then that's when I started to notice the shift. And that's when I felt compelled to do these kind of readings. And it became more apparent that I noticed that this is the focus really needs to be on honing in on those energies and those sort of gifts, because they're going to enhance what we already have. Remember, we also had the solar eclipses, the lunar eclipses, the retrogrades from the planets. It's helping us become a little bit more metaphysical, as well as spiritual, and taking us away from that emotional side and of the heartbreak and the yearning and everything like that. What about the yearning that you've got for yourself? You're breaking your own heart by neglecting yourself. And I've just felt that it was just time that we need to just pull ourselves away from this, because I just feel that we're just being played here. We're playing ourselves. Okay? So when the divine feminine, after working from within, you no longer started to feel the need to be entertained by these karmic and DM readings, but rather become enlightened by the rediscovery of your hidden abilities. Okay? Which will then make more unions take place, because of the union that you've got to have within your own divine feminine and divine masculine energies that make up who you are. So you get that balance of feminine, okay? You then be able to notice that, wow, everything that I'm manifesting is coming into alignment much more easier. Money flows much more easier to you. Getting these affirmations out, putting out these intentions. You're shifting a lot more. The fact that you'll find it much more easier to shift now your reality. The current reality that you are, towards the desired reality that you wish to have for yourself and for your loved ones. And yes, for your divine counterpart. You got to put in the inner work for yourself. Let the DM, focus on his or her needs. You need to focus on your own. And it just kind of led me, from my own personal opinion, to realize that the so-called twin flame journey, it felt like it was like a conundrum that managed to really get a lot of us stuck on the journey and unable to really move forward towards union. And when it says about union, automatically you'd assume, oh, the union that you have with your DM. No. It's about the surrendering of that hurt and that pain. Transmute those energies, heal yourself, do the inner work, the shadow work. Align yourself back with the Christ consciousness, because you're starting to see all the signs and synchronicities. Align yourself back up with God, because you have that balance. You've got that power within you. Again, with this goddess and power, goddess and high priestess energy, that is going to take you to a higher level of becoming a higher level DF, or a higher level divine feminine. So you're going to find that you're going to be no longer in this particular energy again of wanting and yearning, right? And wanting to have, again, with the discussions that, the messages, if some of you were in contact with them, if they sent you messages, because the thing is, some of you could still have children with them, anything that they're going to be saying to you, you're going to be powerful enough, because already your vibrations would have raised due to the inner work that you're putting on yourself. You don't want whatever they're saying to trigger you or your subconscious back into that energy of that lack, because you would have done all of that work on yourself. And then you can say, well, have you fully healed? Do you still feel that you need more to do? Look, I'm very happy for you to work on more on yourself, because where I am in a blessed place. I'm feeling so much more empowered within myself. I've got that strength. All right. And then it makes you feel as if you're light years ahead of this journey. It just feels as if you're just being propelled forward in such a fast way. And it's such an amazing feeling as well. And doing these kind of readings with regards to, you really tapping into who you are. That's when it feels as if that you're moving forward and you're getting, back on track on this twin flame journey. You are the twin flame. You are the divine feminine. And you are also the divine masculine within you. So I want to kind of touch on the kind of like the spiritual warfare, the dark forces and the light forces, which brought me to the realization and this calling about walking on the left hand path and the right hand path. And I know that for most people it might have felt a bit unconventional or a bit controversial, but it just made me feel like we're just running from one end of the spectrum to the other. And this could have been, within our own timeline, within our lifetimes, or previous lifetimes, where it was either one thing or another. Keeping us in this loop, all right, this back and forth scenario. So again, in my own personal opinions, now guys, as I said, with whatever I'm saying here, you have to, just take what resonates here, all right? But it was just my own findings. In my own personal opinion, the left-hand path and the right-hand path polarities feels as though they are being watched over by the same beings who observe us to see if we have the ability to really strike that balance from both sides, where we are learning about what each side is really all about and being able to come together, okay, without the fear of being condemned from either side, okay, and then being able to transmute that into one, heal from within, and then be able to transcend again above all of that. Because it just felt to me that it just became so magnetized. I mean, again, I could be wrong in saying that, but that was the calling that I had. Being able to walk your own path. It doesn't mean that you are an evil person either. All right? A lot of people kind of get that misinterpretation of what evil really is. Okay? Don't forget, there's people that do evil things towards each other, but yet still they will come from a place of light rather than a place of darkness, right? So, for example, a religious figurehead will say that they are of the light and they are here to do good and, to bring many people to the light. But then yet still there's reports of that same person who's supposed to be a religious figurehead that are committing unspeakable acts to innocent children. You've seen the reports. You've seen them. And these people are supposed to be coming from the light side of this playing field. And then on Netflix, you've got this series called The Chilling Tales of Sabrina, which is about the half witch, who also happens to walk both the left-hand path and the right-hand path. But she doesn't do all of these evil things, and she still manages to have meaningful relationships with her friends. But she stands in her own power, where she's not sidetracked or seduced into or compelled into, walking the dark path, because she wants to be on the side that she wants to be on. And then having to find that balance from within. And then the movie Legion, now that depicts about the apocalypse of mankind, but that's at the hands of the angels and archangels that was ordered by God. And yet still, with that film, if any of you guys have watched it, those people looked demonic, right? So whoever's on, like, it just made me just think of all of these things. And it was just like, this is why, for any of you guys that are doing this journey and you have embraced the darkness within you, you've embraced the shadow work, it shows that you don't have no fear. You are such a brave and courageous person, okay? And you shouldn't have to feel condemned. You're only being condemned by those who are sticking with the light, but then they still have the cheek to turn around and judge you, or they still have the cheek to turn and have all of these extramarital affairs, and yet they're still going to church and praising God and asking for forgiveness. And then the following week or the following day, or even when they come out of the place of worship, they're going to see their lover and their outside kids. And then yet you've got somebody who practices, the occult, wanting to know more about this hidden knowledge to gain the wisdom. And then yet still these people will have a heart of gold. And it just made me just feel like, fucking hell, like we are just totally just getting things, I don't know, we're just in this energy again of being stuck. And I've always said, you make sure that you do what you need to do. There's no judgment here. The only person that can judge is the divine, because at the end of the day, these demons, these fallen angels, they are still of the divine. They're still divine beings. But it just made me feel slightly that there's moments in time, or there's times when these people work together, despite the fact that there's so much things that's going on. I was getting a lot of downloads with regards to, the spiritual warfare and everything like that. It just made me feel really overwhelmed, okay? And what it is that we're supposed to do. What about this mission? And to me, it just felt as if time is running out. We don't have much time left to be faffing about, getting stuck on certain readings where we need to be, making sure that we are really empowering ourselves with education and reading upon our studies. How many of you guys really, seriously, have really sat down and thought about what you want to do for the rest of humanity? How can you really be of service to others? How? You have to be really honest with yourself. Or have you been so sidetracked and distracted by all of the readings to do with the DM and the karmic that you've kind of misplaced where you are on your own journey, your path? And that's the worrying thing. That's what concerned me. Again, I don't want to see anybody stuck. I always want to see people become successful in their own way, but I don't want to see you being successfully stuck. Okay, I don't want you to be good at that. I want you to be good at being able to having the power within you to transmute these energies to help to elevate you to the next level. That is where that's the actual journey. Moving forward, keep on moving. Now, I understand that the left-hand path and the right-hand path, the middle path, isn't for everybody, except for those, again, that have the power within themselves to balance out these opposing forces in order to seek out this knowledge and the wisdom. And then you will be able to become a better person, a higher version of yourself, and keeping that vibration high. Whenever you're going to be doing that kind of left-hand path, it's not easy, as I said. You have to make sure that your energies are, are very high. Your intentions are good. Your intentions are clear. And you'll be able to make it. Again, that only happens when you've really detached yourself away from these readings where your counterpart is concerned, and you start to really work on yourself. Okay? So, guys, that's what I've got. There's a lot more that I wanted to kind of talk about, but I will save those readings for another day. I'm just going to quickly do a little spread for you guys as well, just to see where we're at, okay, within ourselves. I want us to really be successful. I keep saying it all the time, and I will continue to keep saying it all the time, and I will not stop saying it either. I want us to be successful. That's going to be my mantra. Success, success, success. Okay? Let's see what we've got. Okay. So the first card that we have got is take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. And to me, that speaks about taking a break from watching those kind of readings all the time. It's you on that again. It's like you get off the treadmill, but you're also on a hamster wheel. You're making the Wheel of Fortune card look like a hamster wheel that you're going around and around and around and around and around, not achieving anything. You're traveling nowhere, really fast. The fast motion is the fact that time is going and leaving you behind and you are aging. That's the only thing that is making a difference in you, is the fact that you're standing still, but you're aging. How are we able to bring in these beautiful star children if we are not aligning ourselves in the right way, if we're not doing and putting in the work? And this is why I haven't even been able to really touch, or haven't really been able to really feel to do the energy readings based on the star child readings. I done the first one, and I felt that there was another one that was coming in, but I just felt drawn and called to really focus a lot more on the spiritual growth of what you feminines are really going through as well, and noticing that there's not enough readings out there, really few and far in between, of it. It really speaks about you divine feminine. Okay, the next card that we have got is Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Do you see what I'm saying? And if you're getting triggered by these readings, you need to go within and find out what it is and put a stop to it. You know about the situation. All right, instead of watching it every single day, reduce it to once a week, once a month. But then focus on doing you. Your outlook on life is going to just change. Your vibrations are going to just raise so high. They're not going to be able to touch you. In fact, your DM is going to have to catch up with you, because he's having this outdated thinking of you. And I guess you are as well, if you haven't seen each other for a very long time, or if there's little to no contact. All right? You're going to see, I'm telling you, I promise you're just going to see things in such a different way. Let's pull a Priestess of Light Oracle for you guys. Sacred action, decisive focus. Again, what I'm talking about. Number 17. You have to take that initiative. I'm not the one that can make that decision for you. You have to be the one, feminine, to make that decisive decision to focus on you. Sacred action, sacred union. And what is this? A cheetah. This could have significance to your who you are, and if this is your spirit animal as well. So do please check that out. We've got precognition, the psychic ability, future vision. Okay? If you're not able to really start to level up, and you're receiving all of these downloads, okay, but you're stuck, you're not going to be able to have that ability, all right? And the future that you're trying to create is going to be muffled or really, really delayed. The moment that you take your focus away and you're taking a break from all of what is going on, you are going to be able to focus a lot more and see this vision much more clearly, right? Earth magic, staying grounded, fearlessness, removing obstacles. The obstacle meaning that there's these, I guess it would be to do with the readings and other things that are standing in your way, other toxic people that are standing in your way. This hate energy towards you because people see that you are just moving the fuck along and they can't stand it. They can't take it. You know that there's people around you that can't stand you. They're gone. You need to make sure that you're walking into the realm of fear, but you are coming out fearless. Horse spirit, please check that energy out as well. And card number 26 as well. There's a significant number for you. That's to do with the empowerment that you need to be taking on this leadership role. You are the one, Divine Feminine, that leads the rest of everybody in towards this this healing energy, this salvation in a sense, if you like. It starts with you. With regards to what we are going through in this age of Aquarius, remember it was the kind of like the masculine energy that was running the world and fucking running it into shit. But as you now being divine, Divine Feminine, you are the one that's going to be bringing restoration and balance and peace and harmony and a lot of love back into this planet because Mother Gaia needs it. The masculine side of things, there's not enough love, there's not enough compassion, there's not enough intuition where that is concerned. It's all to do with corrupt and greed and wars and all of this shit. How are you going to be able to achieve all of this? How are we as a collective going to be able to really make a difference if we are stuck in our own pain? Okay. Let's just do a quick spread. Spirit, what are the energies surrounding the collective of the Divine Feminines right now? Can I have 4 cards, please? Thank you. Oh, this feels like it. So first card up, we've got the Emperor. Now, before you say anything, the first thing that I thought of was the Emperor within you, not your Divine Masculine, you, Divine Feminine. All right? I want you to be able to adapt and take control, take your power back. It's about you and the decisions that you're going to make. From the time that people are going to start to see you really rising up, right? Fearlessness, Emperor energy, right? You are going to inspire people as well as your DM to really start to get busy and moving onwards. Okay, so I'm really glad that this card popped out. It felt right. It felt good. Wealth, the 10 of Pentacles. If you are not going to be in this energy, babes, I can't put a gun to your head and tell you better fucking do it. It's down to you, darling. You've got the ability to create the reality that you want to have in your life. Shifting your focus into this Emperor energy activates that strength that you need to take you to the 10 of Pentacles. The High Priestess in the reverse. All right? This is where you need to be like this. Okay? Focusing on your studies. If some of you guys are becoming initiating yourselves into this priesthood, High Priestess, oh my God, Lorraine. Sorry guys, it's so early in the morning and yeah, okay. So what I'm trying to say is that for some of you guys who are walking the path, guys, oh my God. And it's in the reverse, all right? We have to take it as we see this, all right? This is what I need you guys to be working on and focusing on, please, please, please. This is what I was talking about earlier. Stepping into that high priestess energy, harnessing the goddess power so that you can just create this amazing high level divine feminine vibes. You will no longer be in that energy of, oh my God, I'm so heartbroken. Oh my God, I'm so this. Oh my God, I'm so that. Because, hun, you would have been gone with that energy already. You would have transmuted that. You would have learned from that. You would have gained wisdom from it. Also, what I'm picking up here as well, that secrets are being revealed to you. There's a lot of things that's going on. The things are going to be brought to your attention. Make sure that you are in the focus of the Emperor energy, because your focus is of obtaining this 10 of Pentacles. This is about the stability. This is about the abundance. This is about it where you are getting your security on for you. All right. So whatever it is that you could be reading about and rediscovering in any kind of hidden knowledge, it could be revealed to you, because secrets are being revealed to you as well. The last card that we have got is the King of Cups in the reverse. So with this vibe, okay, this could very well be to do with the fact that your emotions may not be, they may not be on, on point. Where, again, with these triggered, readings are concerned. I'm also picking up as well that you do have certain people around you, or someone in particular, that is just giving you a bit of grief. It does feel like a masculine energy. I don't feel it is your DM, all right? So I just feel that for some of you guys, there's some kind of strange relationship. And hence maybe this is why you have to be in this energy of taking a stance. Because again, you have to be fearless. You've got to be fearless and step aside from this vibe. This could be a particular person or a collective of low vibrational beings. You're not in a high vibration if you are in the King of Cups in reverse. Somebody wants to kind of either steal your glory because they believe that it belongs to them, and it's not, it's yours. This person, this energy, it needs to be eradicated. And if they keep fucking with you, Divine Feminine, you will throw them out. You will get rid of them. Remove this obstacle. Remove this obstacle. This person is an obstacle. This energy is an obstacle. It could even be the emotional side of you. Okay, where you need to start to think more methodically, more logical, as opposed to giving in to these emotions and feeling triggered all the time. All right. I'm an air sign, Libra. So for me, I more have been thinking about things on a more logical aspect than emotionally. And I feel that this is why I was getting these downloads last night or the night before. The left side of my brain was just hurting, right? And I wasn't getting much sleep. I am exhausted, but I just feel that these reading, the message that I needed to say, it has to be said, man. I don't want you guys to be stuck. The bottom of the deck is the three, what is this? The Three of Cups in the reverse. So I feel right now, you're more focused. You need to be more focusing. Look, take my foolish advice. You don't have to if you don't want to. Celebrations will come in right now. But I feel that your focus, in all honesty, babes, needs to be in this Emperor energy. Because one thing that I'm so happy to see in this spread is the Emperor card and the 10 of Pentacles together. Okay, the first two cards of your spread is just, it's just giving me chills, right? That's why I love doing these readings for you guys, because I'm telling you, man, it's just, it's all about to kick off. But it's all about to kick off when you decide to take that plunge. When you decide to take that new beginning, make that new beginning. Don't sit and wait for somebody to give that new beginning to you. You make sure that you are in this Emperor energy. Empower yourself. Fucking take it. You're entitled to it. Claim it. When you've done all that you needed to do, then the reunions will start to come in. The celebrations will start to come in. But right about now, you got work to do, darling. Right? This abundance, energy, celebration, yeah. But right now, I don't see that for you right now. This is work mode. Work mode. Okay? Guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'm told to show you the next side. Hold on, what is this? The World card. It's going to come in. It's going to come in, guys. You've got to just make sure that you, like, seriously, I can't explain it any further. You just need to make sure that you're in this. It will turn in your favor. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. All right? Sorry, the World card, not the Wheel of Fortune. The World card. It's going to come in for you. The cycle is going to happen. The new beginning is going to happen. All right? It's when you are ready for it. If not now, when? My God. Guys, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this reading. Well, and discussion. I hope that I've been able to clear a few things up. Don't let nobody fucking turn around and intimidate you or to make you feel that you're not on the right path. You know the path that you are on. It's none of their fucking business to tell you any damn thing. If you want to be a high priestess, my beautiful, you are going to be a high priestess. If you want to walk the left-hand path, my darling, walk that path. If you want to walk the right path, you walk the right path. And if you know that you've got that power within you to combine these two forces, because they are fucking powerful, right? It takes a special person, a powerful person that's done all of their shadow work to be strong enough to hold these two together without fear of any form of condemnation and judgment, to walk that path. And then you can quantum leap to the next dimension of your journey. Because as I said to you, when you start to hit 5D consciousness, that's just the beginning. And then you've got 6D, 7D, 8D, 9D and beyond. Guys, thank you again. Please do take care of yourselves, and I will be back with another reading for you all. Take care and peace out.